At JJBean, we love coffee for its remarkable flavor. But if you feel a bit lost when we describe a coffee as having raspberry acidity or notes of jasmine, we don't blame you. Detecting the subtleties of coffee takes time and practice. This video will teach you how to taste coffee like a pro. You'll need a good cup of coffee and a sense of taste and smell. First, make sure your coffee is freshly roasted and well brewed. We recommend brewing your coffee in a French press. You can find brewing instructions for the French press in our video, The Perfect Way to Brew French Press Coffee. There are 5 distinct qualities to consider when tasting coffee. These are aroma, body, acidity, flavor, and finish. Pour yourself a freshly brewed cup of coffee. As you wait for the coffee to cool, take in the aroma. Does it smell intense or mild? Can you smell nuts, chocolate, fruit, earth, spice, flowers, herbs? Every coffee has its own unique aroma, which adds to the overall tasting experience. After a number of minutes of cooling, take a sip and roll the coffee around your mouth to evaluate the body. Body refers to the perceived thickness or thinness of the coffee, not to the intensity of flavor. Think about the difference between cream and skim milk. Also pay attention to the mouthfeel, or texture of the coffee. As you taste your coffee, is it creamy, oily, buttery, slippery, silty, watery? Take another sip to evaluate the acidity. Acidity is the bright, tangy quality often experienced when tasting good coffee. Think of the tangy sensation you feel on your tongue when you bite into an apple. Coffees with high perceived acidity are said to be bright. Try to gauge the acidity in your coffee. Would you describe it as citrusy or perhaps berry-like? There are many different kinds of acidity, and part of the fun is to try to compare it to other foods you've tasted. Sip your coffee again and try to pick out any flavors that pop out at you. Families of flavor may include nuts, chocolate, caramel, fruit, earth, spice, herbs, or flowers. This part of the tasting is a bit more subjective than the others. If your friend tastes pineapple in her coffee, it doesn't necessarily mean that you will. Remember, it's not a competition. Once you establish a category of flavor, you can get more specific. For example, if a coffee tastes fruity, what kind of fruit is it? Stone fruit, citrus, berry, melon? Pay attention to the flavors that linger in your mouth after you swallow the coffee. This is called finish. If the flavor disappears right away, the finish is said to be short. If it lasts a while, the coffee has a long finish. The finish can reveal new flavors that weren't as obvious when you first tasted the coffee. Keep tasting the coffee as it cools. It will change and develop over time, with new and different flavors emerging. For bonus points, try jotting down some notes when you taste your coffee. Try to describe the aroma, body, acidity, flavor, and finish of the coffee. When you're done, you will have a meaningful description of that coffee, which can be used to irritate your friends or boost your hipster cred. Happy tasting, everyone!